long division with remainders. This is the Christmas version. This is using number chips. So this is a fun digital lesson for the students. It starts out with definition of dividend, divisor, and quotient, and then it shows where each of these are in the problem. So your first number will go in the box. That is your dividend. And then students are just going to get practice moving the number chips, putting them in the correct place in the problem. So that's just that very basic knowing where to put the numbers. And it gives them a little bit of practice moving these chips. So they just click and hold on the edge and they can move them into the correct place. And every number they need is on every slide. So if they get down to the end of a problem and the numbers aren't working, they know they've made an error somewhere and they have to go back and check. So in that way, it's somewhat self-checking. Then it gives them the acronym dad, mom, sister, brother for divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down so they can remember those steps. So that first step is just to divide. How many times will 4 go into 15? 3 times with some left over. So the next step is just division. So they're going to do division on each of these 3 problems. There are only 3 choices, so it's not difficult. 5 goes into 27 5 times, even though there's some left over. It won't go in 6 times. 5 is the most. 7 will go into 69 9 times with some left over. And 7 goes into 8 1 time. Now the next slide has students putting the numbers in the correct place and just doing the first and second step, which is divide and then multiply. So they already know where to put the numbers. 37 divided by 5, and again they just click and hold. So the first step would be divide. 5 goes into 37 7 times. Then they're going to multiply these 2 numbers on the outside. 7 times 5, and get 35. So this is just the first 2 steps. The next slide, same problem, but they're going to go one more step. They're going to subtract. So 37 divided by 5. 5 goes into 37 7 times. Multiply 7 times 5. And the next step is just to subtract. And that's as far as we can go because 5 doesn't go into 2. So our answer is going to be here. Up here, the quotient is 7, remainder 2. And then they get some little bit more difficult problems as they go. So here, 29 divided by 5, they're going to do the same thing. 52 divided by 7. And they're going to add a few more steps here until they're using all of the steps. Subtract, bring down. Okay, when they get through all the problems, they'll just come to a slide that says they did an excellent job, they're finished. So that is the Christmas version of long division with remainders using number chips.